Hey, what's up, Locker Room? How are you guys, man? It seems like, and it feels like I haven't talked with you guys in forever because I've been moving around. Remember last week I went to go see Deion, and I wanted to get back and talk to you guys about that. I know some of you saw what I posted when I went and saw his pool and in that whole area, and it is absolutely incredible. I've been wanting to tell you about it, and I know I promised I would tell you about it, but let me be honest with you, and totally honest with you. I've not sat down and talked about it, really with anybody. And I was afraid to sit down and talk about it with you. Now, let me tell you why, because I know when I sit here in this place, especially when I'm home talking to you guys, it's a comfortable place. You tend to say more, talk more, let loose, let go more, and it's all good. And I want to share things, and I talked about that in the beginning. This is our place that I can share things, even if some bull junk happens like it happened at the Super Bowl and somebody pulls me off everything else. I can always run here and share my thoughts and give my thoughts and give my insight to whatever is transpired. Now, I know I talk so much here and I share so much here. Stuff you'll never hear me talk about in interviews anywhere else, I will start talking about here. So that's what scared me off. Because Deion and his situation is so important to me not to ever in any way make him feel like I've violated his trust. So I was afraid that if I got back here and started talking and I may say too much. At the time, there are only a few people that really knows what's going on with Deion. I know his kids, he's spoken with his kids and some people, but a lot of people, right next to him, don't know. And I know. And I'm so scared that if I get on here and I'm saying stuff, and at least they can always go back and look at it, and somebody else says stuff out there, somebody that he may think I said something, and I would never do that. So I just said, I got scared and stayed away. But I do want to tell you about it. But I'm going to wait till after I go see him this week. We'll go shooting. I really want to go see him once a week until I know he's back on his feet. It was so great. I'll just give you this piece. We had so much fun. Whenever I'm with him, we laugh like I don't know what. I don't think there's a person in the world that makes me laugh like Deion, and I'm just sharing this. There's nobody, let me finish this part. Nobody makes me laugh like Deion. And when I posted last week, I told you guys, the thing that Bishop and I used to always say, Bishop told me, so when somebody's going through these hard times, you got to change the levels, change the frequency, make them laugh, try to get them thinking other things. And so when I got to Deion, he was talking like this. And it felt, this is my boy. This is my boy. I battled with this dude, man. I know how strong this dude is. I know how he is. I'm not talking about physically strong. He's physically strong, mentally strong, emotionally strong. He's strong. He's strong. And we've had battles, and I respect him as a giant. Because I know I'm a giant of a battle. And I know the kind of battle I went after him with. I've seen other men not want to battle me. I've never seen Deion not want to battle. I've looked in eyes when I played because of the physicality in which I played with. I could tell you there were guys that were broken. They didn't want no more. But I never saw that in Deion's eyes. He kept battling and kept battling. You don't see anything to weaken him. He doesn't allow it, but he was weakened. When I first got there, I wanted to grab him and hug him. I didn't even do it. I just kind of stayed like, oh, you okay? I don't want to break you if I touch you. You know what I'm saying? But he was talking like this. And that's all I can tell you. But by the time I left, I don't know if that joker and I had laughed so much that it done cleared all the mucus out of his chest. But by the time I left, the last thing he said to me was, Michael, man, look how I'm talking, man. Because he was sounding like this. I swear my hand. I swear before God, he said, man, see what I told you, dude? Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. He said, see, I told you what you do, old James. You see what you do, James? And I'll tell you why he calls me James in a minute. He said, see what you do, James? You see what you do? Look at you. Now I'm talking right again. That's what I needed my James. He always here. I needed my James here. You know, when I got there, he was talking like this. When I left, we had laughed so much, he was talking just like I'm talking right now. And then I was hugging him too. I hugged him on the way out because, you know, I felt okay. He strengthened up enough. And you know, I give you that. Now, I'll tell you why he calls me James. I'll tell you why he calls me James. This was, you know, long time ago in our other life. We were somewhere. Some hotel somewhere, some island somewhere, someplace nice, you know. And we had been doing some things, hanging out, or maybe one of his events, or something like that. And we were leaving, going back to the hotel. We head to the room to go rest. Well, we were supposed to be going to rest. Man, I'm tired. Let's go rest. So we're going to rest. We're going home. We're walking in the hotel. Man, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful person. Beautiful woman at the hotel, working. And we were walking in and we were holding each other accountable. Come on, man, let's stay focused, let's stay straight. Boy, that girl, that girl beautiful. Yeah, hey, let's focus, let's stay straight. That's what we're doing. We're holding each other accountable. Okay. So we'll head to the room. I went in the room, he went in the room. I said, good night, man, love you, man, love you. He went to the room, I went to my room. I'm tossing and turning. I can't sleep. So I decided to take a little walk. You know, I said, I'm going to take a walk by myself, And I took a little walk. And I happened to run into that person again. And you know, and then we started talking and hanging out and everything. And then we hung out for a while. And then it got longer, and then the next thing I know, Deion was knocking on my door. And when I opened the door, and he looked there, from that point on, he said, oh, James. I didn't know what he was talking about either, right? I said, man, what? He said, nothing, man, let's go, we gotta go, right? I get up, we go. He looked at it, we get the car, he said, oh, James. I said, what are you talking about, man? Why you calling me that? What are you saying? He said, Negro, you James Dublin. That means I doubled back. You know, James Dublin always doubled back and do what he does. So from that point on, he was calling me old James. So that's an inside thing only he and I know. But I told you I talk too much over here. So, so you'll even hear on that video, the first thing he said to me was, what would old James do with a place like this? You know what I mean? So we were laughing about that. That's just, you know, that's just me and him, man. I just love that dude, man. I really do. I love him. And really, I told you, I'll tell you even more about that when I come back from shooting with him this week. But I wanted to jump on, and yeah, we got the game tonight. I know that's coming up. And we'll talk about the game tomorrow night when we do the live. But this I want to talk about also tomorrow night. And I'll talk to you guys about Deion tomorrow, even though I probably go see him Wednesday. You got questions? You want to talk about Deion? You want to ask me things about Deion? Don't ask me what's wrong. I'll play around everything else, tap around everything else, but don't ask me. That is up for him and his family to share where they want to share whatever they need to share. That'll be that time. I guarantee you he's going to be okay. That's the most important part. He's going to be okay.